Throughout our entire lives, we accomplish so many things. We get our first kiss, we get married, and we even sometimes have children. Or if you're like me, you don't have any of that. Now, that's all good and all, but Anos goddamn Voldigoad did all that plus some at the ripe age of 1 month. My man was just 1 month old, got his first kiss, aged up to a fully grown adult, ended a war, killed someone with their own heartbeat, and revived them just to do it again. We should all be looking up to this man. Something that takes up to well over 20 years of our life. He does in just 1 month. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, he's only been alive for a month. While we're still sucking on our thumbs, my man Anos is able to throw billions at people like a goddamn football. The Misfit, a Demon King Academy, an anime that can be phrased with one word. Trash. But god damn it do I love it. This is one of those animes that you look at it and say, what the fuck is this? You then give it a try and then realize, holy shit, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I love it. If Anos was a Michelin star restaurant for overpowered protagonist, he would be a 3. Anos goes into a fight with someone he would consider lower than him, and then absolutely obliterate the poor guy with a snap of his fingers. Anos became Thanos and wiped this man out of existence, to just bring him back from the dead to do it all over again. He proved why he is superior with just a simple snap of his fingers. It doesn't even stop there. He doesn't do it once, he doesn't do it twice, he does it 8 more times to this man, just make him yield and submit. And it doesn't even stop there. Anos humiliates this man at the start of the fight. He devastated him with just the sound of his heartbeat. It makes no sense. But gosh darn it is badass. It's like freaking say Tama blowing a hole in Jupiter with a sneeze. And well before the fight even begins, the man tries to pick a fight with Anos just to brag about his flames and how they can never be extinguished. But because Anos is such a Giga Chad, he blows out the flame like it was a birthday candle. You know what? Sorry Naruto fans. Amaterasu doesn't hold a candle to Anos. He would just blow that shit out. The big reason why this anime is so much fun to watch is because of Anos. Without him, the show wouldn't have been as good. Because let's face it, the story sucks. But who doesn't want to see someone like Anos wreck everyone in the world with just the sound of his heartbeat? None of the characters are really spectacular, but they are all enjoyable. None of the cast is really bad, but they aren't great either. None of the characters are gonna really make you fly out of your seat and change the way you think, because they really aren't that deep, somewhat. The 2 main girls, although they may be bland, are still quite fun to watch. The sword dude, Kanon, Lei, is quite an interesting character, whose motives aren't the greatest you'll ever see, but reasonable ones. It was interesting to see how his conclusions came to be. In season 2, they made Lei's girlfriend, whatever her name is, more interesting of a character. Like I stated, there isn't a single character that is outright stellar, but none of them are quite terrible either. Well, because most of them are just super bland based NPCs. This show may not be on the same level of other fantasies. It may not be as good of a show like Vinland Saga, but it's still a really fun anime, and honestly it's one of my favorite animes out there. It's my guilty pleasure. And I totally don't sin for Anos Giga Chad Voldigoad. No, never. Speaking of Anos, he carries this show. You aren't going to watch Misfit, a Demon King Academy for the plot. You watch it for Anos being an absolute beast, someone who cannot be defeated. An overpowered protagonist is not always something I want to watch constantly, but god damn it, is it still a lot of fun to see a one-man army. Anos, while he was fighting against Sasha and her team, he threw their castle with minimal effort like it was a damn football, and he just scored a touchdown. He also picked it up with little to no effort whatsoever, spinning around like a basketball, and like I said, he threw it like a paperweight. Have I mentioned he's only 1 month old? Then Sasha's team used the powerful spell Geo Graze, but Anos just shot right through it. By the way, the spell he used was one of his weakest spells. My man constantly gets W's and never takes an L. Even when he might lose, he won. My man is playing 5D chess while we're playing Pokemon. Wait, Anos is able to take one of the strongest swordsmen in the kingdom with a stick. With a literal fucking stick. And then on top of that, he broke the sword before the swordsman was able to break a part of his stick. What even is this show? Ivis tries to stop time, Anos just keeps on walking. Not even Dio can stop this man. There is legit nothing that can stop this man. Not even death, because he can just revive himself again. This show is just extremely enjoyable, and honestly it's hard to find many complaints about this show, because every episode is just fun to watch. This show doesn't scream modern classic. It doesn't scream anything special. It is far from the greatest thing since sliced bread. But when does that matter when you enjoy the same show you're watching? This may be a guilty pleasure of mine, but but I still had so much fun watching this show. And before we even forget, there were 2 side characters who really stand out to me. They might be some of the best characters in the show, and those characters are the parents. They are so much fun to watch. They will misinterpret every scenario so well that it's just hilarious to watch. When Anos was first born, they were trying to decide a name for him just to hear Anos say,
Anos Voldigoad da.
They played it off like it was nothing. My man grew all the way to become a full-fledged adult, and all they can say is, well, that's totally normal. Every time he brings home another girl, the dad begins to cry, saying that not even he can bring home 3 girls, and that it took him such a long time to bring home even 1. They're just so much fun to watch. Anos is the perfect embodiment of a great overpowered protagonist. Everything about this show is just hilarious. But wait until they hear that Anos has 3,000 kids.
Does this mean I'm a grandma?